Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Acacia Courtney. We're starting a new racing week here on Wednesday with a 10-race card, and it's absolutely beautiful at Gulfstream Park. So let's check out those track and weather conditions.
10 races on the Wednesday program in South Florida with temperatures beautiful in the low 80s here this afternoon. A fast main track, a firm turf course, carryover in the first race high five, and a guarantee in the Rainbow Six of $300,000. First of the afternoon on turf at 5 furlongs. These are maiden claimers in for a $25,000 price tag. A field of 11. The favorites included the 5 Next Stop Poughkeepsie and number 10 Call Kurt. Racing at Gulfstream. The favorite Next Stop Poughkeepsie was last out of there, and the other favorite Call Kurt was second last out of there. Looking for the early lead on the far outside, it's Bolt now, puts a neck on top. Danzo and a light run with him second and third. Sultan's Crown retreats in early fourth with Tempesta next. Charlie Jesus' team is on the outside of Mia's Extortionist with Pump Room down at the rail. Then Call Kurt monetized as between horses, and the trailer is Next Stop Poughkeepsie. Around the first turn, a far turn they go. Bolt and Jaramillo get clear to lead by 2.5. A light is together with Danzo second and third. Tempesta is now fourth. 3 back to the rail and Pump Room, who tries to rally well fifth with a quarter of a mile left to go. Off the turn on the stretch drive, Bolt still the target for Jaramillo. Leads now by 3. Tempesta's out after the leader second with Danzo between horses. Danzo starts to gain ground on Bolt, less than an eighth from home. It's Bolt in front. Danzo is next. Call Kurt lifting up on the outside. Bolt needs the wire. Tempesta surging with Call Kurt. Here's the line. Bolt held on. Bolt and Jaramillo carried home the final 16th to win in 56 and 3. Holding on gamely to prevail in the first race was number 11, Bolt, who got over from that outside gate, saved inside position going around the turn, and was held together by Amisael Jaramillo, getting the job done in maiden-breaking fashion for trainer Juan Alvarado and the Arundel Farm. We turn to the second race, the start of the early pick 4, 6 furlongs of the journey, maiden claimers in for $12,500. Miguel Vasquez rides number 4, Bravely Bold, a field of 9, all the money on number 5, Road to Peace. And they're off. Not a good start for Pink Lemonade, who was off heels at the break. It was a good start for Trini Tricks and Road to Peace. They're the first 2 out. Severus is on the outside. Sweet Giant is toward the rail. On the far outside in King Wade. Then back to Old News, who's driven already with Pink Lemonade improving in traffic. And the early trailers are War Act and Bravely Bold. Gaffleon wasting no time putting Road to Peace on the engine. And the big favorite's a half a mile from home and a half length in front of King Wade, who moves to take second. Trini Tricks is back to third. Sweet Giant draft along the inside in fourth. Up on the outside in War Act, improving 3 wide while fifth. And Pink Lemonade. Severus calls it a day. Old News is next, and at the back is Bravely Bold. 23 seconds for the opening quarter. There's 5/16 left to go. Road to Peace is the leader, hounded by King Wade, 3 wide in War Act. Driven fourth in Sweet Giant. Pink Lemonade finds his best stride and comes on next. 46 and 1 for the opening half mile. Off the turn in the stretch drive with Road to Peace now given the green light to finish the job. He's an eighth of a mile from home and 2 on top. War Acted on the inside. Sweet Giant battle for second. Here's a late run from Pink Lemonade for a slice, but all aboard Road to Peace. He's a 1-5 winner. Road to Peace and Gaffleon punched out to win by 3. Sweet Giant second, War Act third, Pink Lemonade fourth, and King Wade to complete your high five. Number 5, Road to Peace, does not disappoint. There's a lot of hope for riding in his hooves, and he went gate to wire to break the maiden under Tyler Gaffleon. Trained by Safi Joseph Jr. for Bassett Stable and Colormini Vitelli Stable, it's Road to Peace, a popular way to start your early pick 4. Time for a commercial timeout. Still a lot of action to come. Don't go away.
Run Happy is simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run Happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
Back now for race number 3 on the program, 5 furlongs on turf. Fillies and mares in for $30,000. Scratch number 6, Ms. Chaplin, a field of 7. The favorites included the 2, Pick Up the Phone, and the 7, Palace Two-Step. And they're off. From the center, Flash Money, one of the first to begin the line. Tangled Tail from the outside and moving to challenge is Secret Miss. On the far outside goes the favorite, Palace Two-Step. Pick Up the Phone is down at the inside, third last. Dixie Mo is second last, and the trailer is One Hot Drama. They pass the half mile and move to the far turn. Flash Money off a sharp break leads a length and a half. Secret Miss is second. On the outside and Palace Two-Step together with Tangled Tail third and fourth. Saya's riding Pick Up the Phone from fifth, trying to pick up the bid here. 3 better than Dixie Mo and One Hot Drama's at the back as they run around the far turn. With the advantage, it's Flash Money by an X. Secret Miss is second toward the inside and Palace Two-Step third, far outside and Pick Up the Phone, having to cover some ground and under full pressure. Dixie Mo is next with 3/16 to go. Up front, pass of Flash Money, still the target. Palace Two-Step trying to get off the heels of Secret Miss. Meanwhile, Dixie Mo is running on and trying to knife between for Bravo. Here's Dixie Mo surging at Palace Two-Step, who hit the front. Dixie Mo for the lead. Dixie Mo, Palace Two-Step. Dixie Mo won it. Dixie Mo with a nice ride from Joe Bravo wins narrowly, 56-2. Number 7, Palace Two-Step had to cover ground, and it certainly cost her turning for home as number 8, Dixie Mo, slipped through between horses under a nice ride from jockey Jersey Joe Bravo. And the daughter of Uncle Mo, well prepared off the extended vacation by Wesley Ward. She's a 5-2 winner. Bred and owned by Mrs. Fitriani Hay. It's Dixie Mo in the third. Let's go to the fourth race, a 6.5 furlong maiden claimer. Price tag here is $50,000. Scratch the 13 Mudslide Wicked, a field of 12. The off-time favorites included the 1 Fancified and the 8 Laurie Lupe. And they're off. Off in traffic at the back was No Bull Jack. Excellent beginning for Uncaptured Ruby from the far outside, and she's crossed and cleared already. Up on the outside, Laurie Lupe's takes second. Away third is Shining Colors. Between horses and Commanding Lady. 3 wide goes Fashion Frame. Out 4 deep in Florado. 5 wide, Lady Larco. At the inside, it's Fancified, followed by Traverse in the 2-path. After a subpar getaway, No Bull Jack finds herself third last. Lucy's Interest is second last, and the trailer is Ebony Bay. 22-1 for a strong opening quarter speed. Laurie Lupe's bids up outside of Uncaptured Ruby. These two have gone well ahead of Shining Colors, who's racing from third. On the outside and Commanding Lady dropping back a touch is Traverse, splits horses for Zayas. Fancified is next. Dropping back is Lady Larco, trying to run home as Lucy's Interest as they're strung out here as Laurie Lupe's went 45 seconds flat for a half mile, and out the quarter pole, she's 6 on top. Trying to run home from the back are No Bull Jack and Fancified, splitting horses in Traverse. Less than 3/16 to go. Laurie Lupe's now an 1/8 of a mile from the money and well clear out here. Splitting horses is Fancified, trying to get into second. Commanding Ladies on the outside. Late run down the stand side from Fashion Frame and Lady Larco, but it's all about Laurie Lupe's. Laurie Lupe's gives Safi Joseph a training double, and she won by 6. Second was Fancified. Third was Commanding Lady, and Ebony Bay from way out of it for fourth in 1:17-2. Number 8, Laurie Lupe's made a bid going around the far turn to take a clear advantage. She took a clear advantage and slammed the door on the rest of the field, winning easy under jockey Misael Jaramillo. It's a riding double for Jaramillo. It's a training double for Safi Joseph Jr. as Laurie Lupe's breaks the maiden for Nina Ubide and Gail Woods. Daughter of Rattlesnake Bridge wins the fourth. Let's go to the fifth race now, the start of the Rainbow Six. Race number 5 on turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers of the non-winner to 2 category in for $40,000. Scratch number 4, Preacher Marcy, a field of 7. The off-time favorites included the 7, Montatham, and the 8, Preacher Power. And they're off. Good start on the far outside for Preacher Power, who's put into play early with Just Call Me Norman in the purple colors. And here's Montatham moving up. Montatham takes the lead as they pass the line the first time. Preacher Power is second. Just Call Me Norman is third. Lucky Mike races from fourth. Down at the inside goes Machiavelli. Then Volubile second last. And the trailer is Bye Bye Man. And the charge around the first turn. On the outside, it's Preacher Power toward the inside and Montatham. Their heads apart, racing in third and tucked in. Just Call Me Norman. Lucky Mike is in the 2-path fourth, a length and a half back to the inside, and Machiavelli. Then Volubile on his outside, and the early trailer remains Bye Bye Man. 2 by 2 by 2 as they head into the backstretch, and Montatham still having a battle with Preacher Power on the outside. They went a quarter in 23 3 contested seconds, and now Preacher Power kicks on a bit. He leads a half a length. Third and unhurried is Just Call Me Norman. Fourth in the two-path is Lucky Mike. Down at the inside goes Machiavelli, then Volubile, and the trailer remains Bye Bye Man, separated by 8 lengths in the run to the far turn. The opening half mile was 47-1, and with the advantage is now Montatham, who comes through inside to lead a neck again from Preacher Power, who's right back at him. They've been at each other since they sprung it. Lucky Mike third, Just Call Me Norman fourth. On the outside, and Volubile now fifth, down at the inside, and Machiavelli, and Bye Bye Man is last, as Montatham is still first. Montatham to the top of the stretch, tries to turn away all challenges, leads Preacher Power 3 parts of a length. Volubile on the stand side, Lucky Mike and Machiavelli are next. There's an eighth of a mile to go, and it's Montatham still the target. On the outside, and Machiavelli, the one finishing up pretty well. Here's Machiavelli charging at Montatham, who fights to hold it. Montatham, Machiavelli to the front. Machiavelli and Zayas do it. Second, Montatham in a game effort. Up third, Bye Bye Man in 1:40-3. Nice performance by number 1, Machiavelli, who shook free turning for home, was widest of all off the corner, but rolled home late, getting the job done under jockey Edgar Zayas, trained by Mark Cassie and owned by Big Blue Thoroughbred. It's Machiavelli to beat Montatham in the 5th. Time for a commercial timeout. The late pick 5 is next. Don't go away. Back now for race number 6 on the program. Start of the late pick 5. Maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch the 1, Princely God. Field of 7. The favorite was the 7, Propensity. They're in the gate. And they're off. Check to last at the break was Punchline. It was a quick start for Dark Web, who's headed out for the early lead on his outside top seed. Moves to challenge at the rail. Parkland Strong is away in third. From fourth, it's Annualized, then back to Ghost on a Mission and Propensity. And after a less than stellar getaway, Punchline is the trailer as they head to the half-mile point. With the advantage, Dark Web by a neck, top seed. On the outside is their second. Parkland Strong has taken hold of the bit, third at the inside. Out 3 wide in Propensity from between horses and Annualized. 3 lengths clear of Ghost on a Mission and Punchline. 22-3 for the opening quarter speed. Around the far turn they go. With the advantage now, it's top seed, bidding up outside of Dark Web for the top. Third in Propensity, not really kicking on with it. Parkland Strong is inside. Annualized has been at a 1 pace throughout with a quarter of a mile left to go. Top seed travels well at this stage, and he's up to take the lead through a 45-3 half mile. Fighting back at the inside in Dark Web. These two well clear of the others with an eighth of a mile to go. Dark Web is game, and he's up for a fight under Bravo. On the outside in top seed, very confidently handled though by Jose Ortiz, and top seed is in front. Dark Web is back to second, but he couldn't stay with the top seed. Wins by a length. Dark Web is second, Parkland Strong third, Ghost on a Mission fourth. Propensity never heard from to start the late pick 5, but top seed was indeed that when making his career debut. By Florida Derby winner Orb, the top seed wins race number 6 at 6-1 under jockey Jose Ortiz for the Phipps stable and Shug McGahee. Top seed beats a game Dark Web. Start the late pick 5. Let's go to the 7th race now. Start of the late pick 4 on the turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers in for $16,000. A field of 9. The favorite was the 5. Is Adorable Aida. And they're off to a level beginning. From the center is Adorable Aida, one of the first to break the line. Retro Street on the far outside, and Bahama Kitten now marches forward to take over. It is Bahama Kitten with the rail advantage and a narrow lead. Is Adorable Aida races from second and 3 wide. Much About It is now third. Saving ground at the inside, and Spicy Nelly from fourth. Back to 5th and Venezuelan Forever together with Retro Street. Then it's back to the team of Vineyard Nina and Cape Mist, and the early trailer, about 6 lengths off the lead, is Hottie Tottie. In the charge around the first turn, with the advantage, it's long shot Bahama Kitten by 2. Is Adorable Aida is in a good tracking spot. Second, Much About It is third. Spicy Nelly is fourth. Green colors of Retro Street, 5th and about 4.5 lengths off the pace setter. Then Venezuelan Forever from down toward the rail. Cape Mist is on her outside, a length and a half better than Vineyard Nina, and Hottie Tottie is last. The opening quarter went in 24-3 as they head to the half-mile grounds at 25-1. Bahama Kitten calling the shots up front with a 2-length lead. Isidore Belita is there second on the outside. Much About It is now third. Spicy Nelly is out the rail in fourth. Gaffleone fifth on Retro Street. A length and a half better than the gray Venezuelan Forever. Outside in Cape Mist, 2 better than Vineyard Nina. And the trailer remains Hottie Tottie. And the leader remains Bahama Kitten. Bahama Kitten to the top of the stretch. Leads by a length and a quarter. Spicy Nelly got inside of Isidore Belita and tries to fight for second. Retro Street's going to try to tip and roll outside. And they move to the top of the stretch. Bahama Kitten is still the target. Leads by 2. Spicy Nelly is second. Down the stand side, Hottie Tottie erupts from last. Eighth of a mile to go. Bahama Kitten has 1 to fight off. It's Hottie Tottie who's loose and charging. 16th to go. Bahama Kitten's almost there, but Hottie Tottie's got her. Hottie Tottie from last to first to win under Paco Lopez. Bahama Kitten was second. Third was Spicy Nelly. Then Isidore Belita at 141 and 3. A last to first victory at 8-1, no less, for number 6, Hottie Tottie, who closes a ton of ground under Paco Lopez. And Paco does his patented move, getting to the front, then wrapping up the daughter of Telly, posing for the picture for Palm Beach Racing Partnership and trainer Carlos David. Number 3, Bahama Kitten. It was almost Marcos Meneses' time again at 25-1. She ran a blinder while racing second behind Hottie Tottie. Let's go to the 8th race now, the start of the late pick 3. Today's 8th race, a 5-furlong sprint over the turf. Non-runners at 2 for $30,000. Scratch the 2, Kid Forrester, a field of 9. The favorites included number 10, Wonder In, and number 7, Bourbon Currency. And they're off. Our boy Evans first to break the line. Awesome action in the center, has speed. Far outside and Wonder In. Moving up is Louis Kingdom with Big Spender toward the rail. Island Tap is between horses, followed by Bourbon Currency. The 2 at the back are Smell of Roses and Summer Beach. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. With the rail advantage now, our boy Evans leads by a length and a quarter. Louis Kingdom is there second. Awesome Action is third. Island Tap on the outside fourth. Then back to Big Spender as Wonder In, plotting a wide course for Castellano. Bourbon Currency's in traffic, so is Smell of Roses, and Summer Beach is last. They run to the top of the stretch with our boy Evans trying to stretch him out here. Off the turn, widens to a 3-length lead. Louis Kingdom is flat to the boards and making no impression toward the inside and Awesome Action. Down the center and Wonder In with Island Tap and Bourbon Currency. But they'll have to fly if they want to beat our boy Evans. Our boy Evans in front by 5 by 6. Bourbon Currency up into second, but our boy Evans goes 2 in a row. Bourbon Currency second, Wonder In third, then Island Tap and Smell of Roses in 55 flat. Number 9, our boy Evans shot right to the top and got over to the valuable inside rail when sprinting on the turf. You want to have that rail position. Our boy Evans did, and he strung out the field after that, winning in gate-to-wire fashion, giving Jose Ortiz a riding double. Owned by Rich Abrill's Abrill Racing Stable and the Silver Oak Stable. Georgina Baxter, the winning trainer. Our boy Evans, a 7-2 winner. Time for a commercial timeout. Late Daily Double is next. Wednesday feature right after this.
Well, Phasing's family, basically. Some of the guys that work here I've known for 30 years.
Great customer service. I'm not only a buyer with them, but I'm a seller.
There's a lot of different things that sometimes you need at a sale, and Phasing Tipton is there every step of the way.
They show year after year that they're ethical and they're fair, and they enjoy what they do. When you're around people that have a combination of all those things, you can't lose.
Back now for race number 9 on the program. First half of the late Daily Double. Allowance optional claiming horses at a 7-furlong trip. A field of 6 signed on. The favorites were 3, Carpe Omnius, and 6, Smash Factor. And they're off. Bounced around at the beginning was Conquest Day. Good start out wide for Smash Factor, who's headed off for the early lead. Conquest Day rushing up after a less than stellar getaway, and he's up to challenge for the lead as Mystic Lancelot lands a chilly spot third. Carpe Omnius is racing in fourth and a bit outrun in the early stages. Live Your Beast Life is second last, and Small Reasons at the back as Smash Factor has the lead. Smash Factor at the 5/8 leads by a neck. On the outside, Conquest Day is there second, 2.5 to Mystic Lancelot, tripping out while third. 2.5 clear of Carpe Omnius. Castellano continues to move his hands on him. He's fourth and about 7 lengths behind, and the 2 at the back are Live Your Beast Life and Small Reason. Around the far turn they go. 3 furlongs remains for Smash Factor. He leads by a neck. Conquest Day sticks to him on the outside second. 3 back to Mystic Lancelot third. Carpe Omnius has his back against the wall. He's worked hard for every yard, and he's fourth and about 6 lengths off the lead as Conquest Day and Smash Factor continue to battle. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Smash Factor along the rail. Conquest Day puts his head in front on the outside. These two shoulder to shoulder after a 45 and 2/2 mile. Off the turn and the stretch drive. It's Smash Factor digging in gamely and finding a bit more. Conquest Day takes another run at him on the outside. Mystic Lancelot is third. Miguel Vasquez calling for everything Smash Factor has, and that's enough. Smash Factor hanging on. He beats a game Conquest Day second. Carpe Omnius never factor. He was third in 123 and 1.
Jockey Miguel Vasquez is one of those guys that is really not a speed rider, but when he makes the lead, he's very good about saving horse, and it was perfectly displayed here as number 6, Smash Factor, fought back inside and proved gamest of all to win the Wednesday feature under Miguel Vasquez handling for Mike Yates and the Stonehenge LLC. We go to the 10th and final race, maiden claimers on the turf at a 1-mile trip, $25,000 the claiming price. Scratch the 13 and the 14, a field of 12. This was a wide open betting race.
And runners away. Imperial Greatness gets the first call, moving out the rail. That's Cool Hand Coop up the challenge. In between horses, Embellisher and Winning Factor makes it a party. On the far outside, that's the North Remembers, who's caught widest around the turn while ducking over. In the charge to the first turn, now they're 3 across the course with Embellisher taking a narrow lead. Imperial Greatness is second. Cool Hand Coop backs off to be third. On from fourth is the North Remembers, only 2 lengths off the lead for Sias, a length and a half in front of the gray Winning Factor. A gap of another 2 to King's Highway, who settles in mid-flight. Outside of him, a New Year. 2.5 lengths then to the inside and Long Ships ahead of Right On Kid. He's dropped better than 8 lengths behind. Down at the inside goes Rags for Britches. Castellette's on his outside. And the early trailer is Extra. They make their way down the backstretch after a strong quarter of 22 seconds flat. Embellisher putting up some big numbers and leads the way 3 parts of a length. On the outside, that's Imperial Greatness still second. Cool Hand Coop looks for Racing Room third at the inside. The North Remembers and New Year get started. New Year with a big blitz on the outside up to take the lead. Back to third in the North Remembers. Cool Hand Coop watching the action unfold while still hunting Racing Room. It's a gap of another 2.5 lengths back to the outside and Winning Factor. Trying to run home from the back is Rags for Britches as they run to the top of the stretch. It's New Year who made first run and is now widened to a 3-length lead. The North Remembers still in range to take up the slack second. Rags for Britches on the far outside. Top of the lane. New Year trying to keep it up for 1/8 of a mile more. The North Remembers tries to get to him second. Well clear of Rags for Britches. Down inside and Winning Factor. 16th to go. And New Year has no dangers. He moved on the turn and he sustained it all the way to the wire. New Year and Santiago Gonzalez by 4 in the end. The North Remembers was second. Rags for Britches was third. Then Winning Factor. Up fifth was Extra to complete the high five.
I can count on one hand how many times a horse will make a sharp move going into the far turn on the turf at Gulfstream Park and live to tell about it, but I had to add a finger there as number 12 New Year did exactly that. Santiago Gonzalez moved this son of Jersey Town out wide and quickly going into the far turn. Usually not a move that proves successful, but it was successful today for trainer Juan Andres Rodriguez. An overdue victory for New Year with Teamwork Horseman Group. He beat the North Remembers and Rags for Britches. Multiple winning tickets sold in the Rainbow Six, still a healthy return there. Carryover going forward to tomorrow. Look for a pool of over $400,000.
Well, that wraps up today. We'll see you back for tomorrow's card on Thursday. Do note weekdays now. Our first post will be 1 p.m. and we've got 10 more races coming up.